Speak Easy Studios. Speak and be heard.
What effect does stress have on your life? How does it affect your relationships? What about your business? My name is Lynn of ItzWhy, and my clients call me the identity coach because they discover how to take back control of who they want to be and how they react to stress. This message needed to get out to a larger group of people, so I created a group that helps people identify and manage the stress they never realized they had. We're going to explore questions that challenge you to find your inner power that got buried so deep within because of that stress, and take back control of the situations that caused that stress in your daily life. A small change can make the biggest difference. You make the difference. Welcome back to this week's episode of Me Monday. Thank you for returning with me this week, and if you're new, welcome. This is going to be a fun episode today, one of my favorite. So I have a question for you. Have you ever wished that you just had an easy button to push so that this way your day just didn't seem so difficult? So when you're in that space where you wish you had that easy button, you're probably getting a little bit of tension in your body and thinking about all the things that are not making you feel so good in that moment. The physical responses that you get play a key role in how the rest of a situation is going to play out. That easy button is not actually going to make it easier, but you can. Your thoughts can actually be the steering wheel that takes the physical reaction in a different direction. Your mind controls your body. And as much as we may not notice what's actually happening inside, below the surface, the way you steer your thoughts, positive rather than negative, has a great effect on how your physical health will play out over time. So let's think about this. If I told you that you could actually transmit different thoughts to your body so that you would feel less stressed, what do you think about that? Did you know that when you're feeling nervous and anxious, your body actually has the same physical reaction as when you're excited and really looking forward to something? Interesting, right? Because when you're excited, you're positive, you're happy, you're looking forward to something. When you're anxious and stressed, you're actually almost recoiling and tensing up. So if your body almost reacts to the same for each, can we understand that the physical reaction changes in its intensity when you're sending a positive thought of excitement instead of that stress? Let's take it a step further. So recognizing that having that easy button and taking the easiest option that feels the most comfortable is not always the best direction to take. So if we take that one step forward, it only has to be small. And let's bypass that easy button and just think of a way we can send a positive message from our minds to our bodies in that moment, whatever the situation may be. I'd like to share a story with you that I think will kind of express what I'm trying to say here, if you're not sure. When my kids were little, they had a Sesame Street talk and play game. And it featured the different characters from Sesame Street. But most of all, it featured Grover, who would always say, "Please don't push the red button." So keep in mind, that's like that red easy button, right? So this game actually asked questions, and it gave multiple choice answers. And each answer correlated with a colored button. The wrong answer was always the red button. And Grover would say, whatever you do, don't press the red button. Well, why am I sharing this with you? I thought it was really kind of comical that my son would always push the red button because Grover told him not to. So to me, as adults, when we look at what's easy, right? What's easy is to always push the red button because he's saying don't push the red button. Well, we look for what's easy. Most often that's going to be the wrong answer. But we get into that habit because stress will always make us look for the answer that's going to be the easiest to try to relieve the stress. Does it really? I'm not so sure about that. Well, what if we don't push that button? What if we don't look for what feels easiest? We might be able to always avoid that wrong answer and maybe feel a little bit better about it. Why do you think we always want that quick and easy solution? What are we looking to accomplish for ourselves when we take that step? Think about this example I just gave about my son and this talk and play toy, right? Why is it that as kids, we always seem to be curious? We always seem to be fearless about trying something to see what happens. And we might even just laugh about it. But as adults, we're reserved, and that easy button is, okay, I don't have to think about it. Let's just push that, right? Why is that? That as adults, we don't have that curiosity and that ability to just want to challenge ourselves and say, I can do this. When might it be best to say to yourself, don't push that easy button and get curious and think about other options on what we can do so that'll be better? I'll invite you to, in those moments where you're not sure and you're ready to push that button, to think about what you want in that moment. What do you want to feel? What feels most important to you? And think about how you can shift what you're thinking and maybe how you're perceiving a situation and choose to bypass the easy solution or what seems to be the easy solution and do something different. How are you feeling when you think about using that approach? Can you notice the difference? Might you feel more relaxed? Have your muscles loosened up a little bit when you actually think about having a choice and making it? I wonder. If you were to choose a small amount of me time, how might that help you feel emotionally and physically when you encounter those anxious moments? So let me ask you, if you could have a me button that you could push to have me time on a regular basis, how would that feel? Today is Me Monday. Today is the day, once a week, that you get to schedule time for yourself, that me time, every week, no matter how small it is, because that's especially for you. You get to push that me time button every Monday. So think about what you'd like to do for yourself today. Maybe something different than you've been doing every Monday before today. Try something new. Relax yourself emotionally and physically and notice how that feels because you deserve it. Thank you so much for listening to Me Monday. Thank you for visiting with us today, and I look forward to having you come back and listen again next week.